Well, hello, Leo. Welcome to your March reading. Let's see what we have for you in March. Well, Leo, we're starting off with your archetype card. In the upright, servant. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Good starter energy. Summer, basking in joy and light. Looks like a really happy month for you. You know, the biggest thing that I'm getting is your ego is down. So you're not as mad or like angry or upset about how things unfold in your life or what's going on. You're more like going with the flow of things and just being like you're going along with things. Like if your boss comes in and they're angry about, I don't know, people being on time, you're like, I'm going to be on time. You know, you're not arguing. You're not saying, what about this person? It's like you're just sort of in a very agreeable kind of energy. Interesting. Okay. Hidden motivations, love and compassion. Yeah, that's exactly the energy I was just saying. Taking steps, nurturing, Gaia, hostilities, and vision quest. Yeah. March, I don't see you being angry. It's almost like you're looking past the anger. Like, okay, I can be angry about a certain situation, but is my anger going to resolve it? Is my anger going to make it better? That's where you are. Interesting. Um, Yeah, I feel like at first I'm not, and I'm saying at first like about a situation like in the past, you were more like I have to stand up for the small person, or I have to do this, I have to, you know, make it right. I have to be argumentative to get my point across, all that type of thing, right? Um, but it looks like that has changed for you. It's just not important to you anymore, Leo. You're replacing that with being a person that brings light into a situation. And because of that, you're sort of lighthearted. You know, you're still working on your goals. And I feel like you're keeping some of your goals hidden from the public eye of what you're doing. It's sort of like you have an inner world where you're doing everything that you need to do. So this is going to work every day, being happy, smiling, shaking hands, but you're looking for another job. Because the underlying issues that are going on in a situation in your life are still there, right? But you're learning how to sort of enjoy the moment or enjoy your life as it is until you get an opportunity to move on or an opportunity to not have this issue anymore, right? So it's like you're trying to make the best out of what you have at the moment. And it works for you, right? It does. It works for you. All right, Leo, let's see what's in the cards. All right, we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, see, the issues are still there. They haven't gone anywhere. You're just interacting with them differently. The Magician, the Fool. Wow. The Tower, Ace of Wands, High Priestess. I like this spread. Eight of Coins, Eight of Coins, sorry. Page of Coins, and the Queen of Coins. This is actually really good, Leo. Because I see that you can see that there are still problems and issues, you know. There's still struggles, there's still things that you have to go through in your life still currently, but you are it's like you're working on those things, but you're not going to let them make you negative. You're not going to let them make you angry. You're choosing a different path because you know that whatever this is will soon be over. It's like it doesn't bother you. Yeah, because what once worried you doesn't need to worry you anymore. It's not important. It's not important for it to be lingering, for you to be worried about it every day because you know that it'll soon be over. It's almost like you're living in the happiness that would be after this now. Yeah. You've decided in March to live a different way. You're very motivated. I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on you know who you are and what you can become, what you can do, and how happy you can be. And you're not waiting until things get better to feel that way. You're very open, very free spirited. You're very open to looking at different perspectives. I don't feel a lot of judgment coming from you in March. It's like you're choosing to be happy and like have that childlike energy and flow about you. It's good. It's good energy. Yeah, you're working on something behind the scenes in March, okay? You haven't given up on whatever it is. You may have had to take a break. You may have had a couple of failures. I can see that with the star in reverse. But you haven't given up on it. It's still something that you want and you're still making it happen. And I feel like even if there's failure, you're looking at different ways of doing it. So if you're looking for a new job and they don't accept you in this job or you don't get it, you're still looking. You haven't stopped because of a failure. Wow. Leo, this energy is phenomenal. Ooh, very clear headed. Yeah, it's like you're not letting anything get you down. And I feel like there was a moment where you did let it get you down. Um, like you were like, oh, this is terrible. I didn't get this job. This means I'll be stuck here forever in this terrible place. And I don't like it because of this and this and this. Or I don't like this situation because of this. But you're more like, I'm going to use this energy, this good energy that I'm feeling to nurture making this happen instead of focusing on why it's not happening for me. You're like, what can I do to make this happen for me? This is great energy. Wow. Okay, we have Judgment, Knight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, High Priestess, two of them, Ace of Wands, two of them, the Empress, Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I love that the Ace of Wands comes up twice because you're very motivated. You're very motivated and you have a very like childlike open enthusiasm about what's to come next, and that's great for you in March. I feel like that's what facilitates this energy of you just moving forward. Um, so I do see that you still do have some burdens left. Unfortunately, Leo, they're still there. They haven't disappeared. But you're making new choices on how to approach them, right? Um, it's like you don't want to motivate this energy to keep going any longer than it needs to. So you're smart about how you approach the situation or how you interact with a person, how you interact with people, how you interact with this energy, because it's not something that you want forever, right? You're not ignoring it. Either you're still dealing with it, but you're doing it in a different way. You're approaching it in a more happy, you're approaching it with a smile almost. Yeah. There's something that lets you down, though. It's kind of like because you're approaching things in this way, it kind of looks like you're like an easy target. It's like the kindness for weakness type of thing where people see kindness for weakness. Um, but I feel like you're still being consistent, whether or not other people pick up on this or see this, you're still being consistent because this is not about other people. This is not really about improving the situation. It's about you being having clear thought or feeling good. It's like just because you're going through something, you don't want to feel like dog poo the whole time you're going through it. You're like, I could still go through the dog poo and still smile because I want to be happy. I need something to motivate myself. So I feel like even though something may be happening around you and it feels like you're just ready to like wipe this all out and be done with it, you know, you're still trying to have more of a positive impact on your spirit, instead of being mad or upset. I see you putting in the hard work in March, Leo. Yeah, you're still doing what you need to do. It almost feels like you're keeping it a little bit secretive, though. You're not letting everybody know your money moves, is what I'm saying. You're definitely coming in your personal power. You have a lot of energy to make things happen. So, this is starting your business. This is getting on that payment plan. This is buying that, making that investment, whatever that is for you. Okay. I see you just making moves to make things happen. It's because in the past, you weren't where you wanted to be, obviously. And now this energy is going towards something positive of making that happen for you, but you're not solely focused on it. You're using what you know you have. So I'm getting the vibe that there are some things that you might, like some skills that you may not have, and then you're figuring out like what can I do to get around that almost. You're not going to let it hinder you. You're still pushing forward with what you do have. So it's almost like you're replacing a skill you don't have with one that you do to make it work. Very positive energy. You know that the situation is not, whatever that problem is not getting better. You know this. This person's not going to change. The job's not going to change. And I feel like there's an acceptance of that. There's an acceptance that something will not change. But I do see you getting something. I see you getting a stride, a step forward, and that motivates you to keep going. that you're doing well, that this new direction is working for you. You also gain this sort of like higher perspective of things. You get more in touch with who you are spiritually deep down, what you believe. Your intuition is telling you that you will get the thing that you're working towards. It's just taking a little bit longer. And it's almost like you respect and agree with that. And that also changes your energy, you know? And being willing to take risks. And then not be so defensive if those risks do not work or they don't pan out. It's not like you stop and stomp your foot and argue about it. You just veer to the next lane. Very smooth transitional energy. Willing to be open. Willing to be happy. You're definitely the light in the room in March. And don't let anyone smolder that light, okay? Or smother it or cover it up. Okay, let's break this down some more. Okay. I feel like you're tired of overthinking your work or goal situation. You've really been putting a lot of thought into it. And I feel like all of these thoughts or all this over contemplation of it has worn you down. And it's almost made you rethink if you have the abilities to do the things that you set out to do, but you do. Okay, you do. Um, I just feel like there's so much like heaviness of the situation that you just are ready to get out of whatever it is. And you're ready to look forward. But you having this new motivation in March to take risks or do things differently is what's going to change all of that for you. You're holding your tongue a lot in March too. You're holding your tongue because you've noticed that when you quote unquote speak your mind, it doesn't have the same emotional connection with others as it does with you. So people are perceiving you sort of in the wrong way or seeing different motivations than what you actually have. So I see you holding your tongue and being more smart about what you say because and how you say it because you see that it's stopping you from achieving goals or getting to the place that you want to get to. Um it's like you're understanding that how you're communicating or how you're being perceived is stopping you from getting in the direction that going towards the direction you want to go. And not only are you keeping it more in, you're being more like you're letting it filter through first before you say it. It's important in March, Leo, for you to invest your time in different areas, your energy in different areas. So don't focus on one particular job entry. Do like several. Okay. Um, yeah, you just need to be open about where you're putting your passion and your energy in. This could be also different hobbies as well, but I'm getting this idea of like jobs. So that's the example that I'm getting is instead of applying for one specific job, try different ones. Even if you get the one you don't want, there's some sort of opening there. Like there's some sort of pathway to get you eventually where you want to go. It's one of those things where you like don't question the universe. That's what I'll say. It's like don't question that the universe gave you this because there's a reason. Relationships. Someone has made a decision about your relationship. Someone has made a decision or an assumption about you or something that you're going to do. It's like somebody doesn't trust what you say or what you do. Like they want to change things. But the reason why this is not coming up as very important to me is because I see you doing the opposite thing of what they think you're going to do. It's like someone will say, "Well, I'm not going to tell Leo about this, or I'm going to lie about this because if I don't, they're going to think this or do this." But really that's not what you're going to do. It's interesting because that's the only thing I see in your relationship in March or relationship energy. And it doesn't even matter because that's not even what's going to happen. It's like someone's not reading you very well. Or they've already made a choice or a decision on something you're going to do based on a pattern that you have. And that's not what you're going to do. And it's because your perspective and your thought process and your choices are just different this month. So joke's on them, right? Okay, let's see what your spirit message is, Leo. Your commitment is being tested. Yeah. Are you dedicated to the things that you want? And being dedicated is not always being pushy in one type of way. It's the commitment means trying something different, compromise, being open, and that's what you're doing. You're committed to yourself. You're committed to a better life. You're committed to happier relationships. You're committed to whatever the goal is that you have. Being happier, having less burdens. And because of that, you're just looking at things from a different perspective because if it's going to work, it's going to work, right? So the Tower. Yeah. Garden. Mm-hmm. And mice. Yeah, you're looking to facilitate change in your life is what I'm seeing. Yeah, you're looking to facilitate change. You're like you already see that there's an issue that needs to be tackled, You already know that there are problems. This is already fact, okay? There's no need in going back over it. It already is what it is, right? So you're like, how can I get this to go in my direction? How can I look at this in a different way, but still maintain like peace and happiness? Because I see like a lot of talking around you or people making assumptions about you. And I feel like you need to be above that. You need to be above it this month and still continue to work on your goals, because working on the goal will change it. But keep it secret. Keep it quiet. It doesn't have to be loud. It's like you can still make a dent without making a scene. I hope these are making sense, because that's what's coming to me. Okay. Well, Leo, I love you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.